What is going on? It's your guy, Zedma. We are here for another Boom Beach Warships video. First and foremost, don't forget free instant training in that shop. I say free because what the heck else are you going to spend your 12,000 diamonds on? So we'll claim one of those. Why the heck not? Then we're going to jump on into Warships. I'm going to show you two different tech trees today and talk about a third different one and maybe even a fourth different one. So lots of things to cover this morning. This tech tree, I went and got Kavan because I wanted to see how he was going to work out. Also thinking that Kavan likely is going to be a better longer-term hero once we get into things like Laser Rangers. Brick is great for the moment. She is probably the best hero for the moment. She works with Heavy Rush, which is a big thing right now. She works with Warriors, which is the fastest way to attack things a lot of the times. She also works with our good friend Rifles. So Brick is great. Don't get me wrong on that one. But I figured, you know what? Let's give Kavan and Second Wind a try. And it's been up and down. Yes, clearly I've made it into 12, but that's about it. And I've played this account far, far less. Let's just check to see where I am. Sitting at 64.4% win rate. So doing pretty well with this account. And you'll notice that bases have started to spread out a little bit. People have also gone back and gotten those extra defenses, whether that's because they wanted to go get heavies or just because you're also seeing people getting those extra flamethrowers. And again, that is possibly because people want to use Zukas, but more likely it's because they know that defense is winning championships at the moment. If you have a look at the leaderboard, you'll see a huge, huge mix between people who I haven't looked at Noob Potato, by the way, which is a great, great base name. 4 engine rooms there. But if you scroll down a little bit, I'm just going to click at random. I know it's not Doom. I know Stoneheart. Let's just click on Antipia. Yeah, see? Same thing. This player has 40% building health, 50% building damage. They have basically everything at the 3 engine room level. And that's going to... I'm stuck in the middle where I don't know which one to go with, don't know what's going to be better. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump on forward, see what we can do on this one. And I'm kind of double stuck because my account with Kavan, that using Heavy Rush with that account, no good, no use at all. You need Brick for that. I'm going to take this one into 4 engine rooms just so we can see how that's going to go without Warriors. I'm going to save some tokens for those Warriors just in case because I'm probably going to need them. This is my tech tree over here though. With Warriors, you likely want to get those critters ranked up. I have seen a ton of great Warrior hits. If you want to see some Warrior hits at the 3 engine room level, do let me know. I've got another account that I probably should rank up just for that purpose. But this one is doing pretty well. Had a little bit of a blip there in the middle, but was sitting up on near the top of the Canadian leaderboard. I've fallen down in a big, big way. But yeah, as you can see, 70.1% win rate in rank 14. So do check those cards if you're struggling. Things have changed a bit since that video, but hopefully that tech guide got you guys rocking and rolling. Lots and lots of positive comments. So without further ado, let's get into it. I have not used this base defensively yet. I just copied someone and then realized they had extra flamethrowers and boom mines and the like. So not sure how well it's going to go. This is my old base I was using. I believe it was from Night on the YouTubes. And this is just them trying to walk through all of the things. And then my flamethrowers on that left-hand side doing great, great work. Slowing them down to the point where they're just waiting for all of their troops to come wrap around. Anytime your troops wrap around like that, it can be so, so frustrating. My time 302, just using the corners of the base. You can see right here that I love, love, love using this section right here so that your troops wrap up and in as opposed to just going through all of the things. Same thing over here, having your troops come in from an angle. I can't really explain it. Maybe it's not even, you know what, let's get back and show that hit here. Not even sure if that's the best way to do it, but it's the way that I'm comfortable with, and it's the way that I'm fizzling the least often. So Also note that using those critters, like I talked about yesterday, to get flamethrowers to turn. Anytime you can get a flamethrower to turn away from your troops, you're going to be in a good spot. And flamethrowers are definitely the defensive choice on this season, but mortars are a great thing too. So please, if you're stuck, I've heard from a number of people out there that you're stuck, or struggling. There's a lot of ways to get out of it, but you need to give me some information. I've seen people say, should I get mortars? Well, I don't know. What have you got otherwise? It really depends on what you're rocking with. And this base right here, if you're using this base, just know that you're going to get absolutely crushed by Heavy Rush. This is a base that will get beat in like 3 minutes, 36 seconds by Heavy Rush. It is just straightforward, all power. And quick note, if you're down slightly lower, like if you're in rank 6 or 7 or 8, have a look at using Brick's battle orders. I got into 14 using Brick's battle orders, and the reason for that is because people's minds are spread out a bunch. People's don't have that 50% building damage, so give battle orders a thought. I was seeing 0 people using battle orders, and I was cruising through bases. Yes, you lose every single one of your troops, and it's a knife edge, skin of your teeth kind of hit, but it works. And I still don't have flares on any accounts, so that is going to be a major issue when I go to 4 engine rooms. I assume, like I said, I don't foresee going to 4 engine rooms going terribly well. And every time I see someone using a warrior hit, I get super envious, because walking through bases with rifles like this is not super duper sexy. And I kind of assume as soon as I get into these live hits, I'm going to get a time like 2:40, and I'm going to get crushed in like 3 minutes and 20 seconds or something ridiculous. So let's give it a go, see how the live hits go. I'm just collecting right now, have not attacked in like, I don't know, 12 hours, something like that. So the landscape this season is changing so fast. So that's where you've got to have faith in your tech tree and just invest in the important things that you know are going to be good longer term. You'll notice that people are starting to get more and more defenses on this left-hand side, because they know that otherwise people are going to come in with 2 boats of warriors. They want to force those warrior players to use at least 3 boats. They've got no defensive building damage, but they do have the troop damage, which means that we are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage, but hopefully getting to 4 will help solve that. We're going to go something like this. I don't think 2 boats is going to be enough for that left-hand side, but we're going to stick with it simply because I think that should possibly be able to get through. And we are going to save our, what is that thing called? That is called the Iron Will. We are going to save Iron Will for as those mortars are about to land. You don't need to rush the Iron Will, especially on this right-hand side. They don't have a heck of a lot out front. They're trying to hope that you'll waste your GBE early on. And remember how I said I didn't think 2 was going to be enough on that left-hand side? Sure enough, 2 is not even close to enough. And look at these mines on this far back here. We are about to lose all of our troops. Things are not going swimmingly. Whatever the opposite of swimmingly is how this attack is going. Maybe we'll call that sinkingly. Come on, Medkit, stay active. We are gonna they're gonna retreat, so we likely have a chance of winning here. I kind of assume they're a warrior player based on what they've got in spots on the tech tree. But here comes the big problem. We are going to throw a smoke about there, trying to get as close as we can before our troops come out. And then at the last second, we can get that final med kit out, just trying to keep our troops alive as long as we can. Brick is actually shooting at that engine room. Not that that's going to do us any good, but we're getting percentages here. I have won at least 2 battles this season just by Brick shooting exactly like that, having Brick just out of range of defenses, picking up that last engine room, and now we're going to get a little tiny bit more percentage and retreat as fast as we can. Did it go well? No, it definitely didn't. The split was not right, but look at that, 87%. Picking up that win just by brick, probably shooting that engine room all on her own. Not sexy, not pretty, but in Warships, it doesn't matter how you win as long as you win. So I've seen some people that have retreated on me, that have flared their troops into death. Just do your thing. Don't worry about your opponent. Obviously, don't force quit. Don't flare your troops away from defenses or something douchey like that. But yeah, stay out of that douche canoe. Just keep on your warship. And yes, I know that being considerate of your opponent's time is important. There's our first 4. So this is going to be a good test to see how we're going to do against 4s. And this is troubling to say the least. Look how clumped their minds are. So another quick note, I have seen way too many people dropping all their troops at the same time. Don't do that. Dropping all of your troops at the same time is one of the worst possible things you can do. It just sets your troops up for death. Do it in a smart manner. Our troops at the front here are going to clear that flamethrower and that boom cannon. Those guys are going to wrap around, give us some value on that side. And then as our dudes get close to these mines back here, we're going to wait and hit that. I told you we were going to get crushed by the 4 engine room player. Basically, everyone at 4 is using warriors. That is why I assume I'm going to get absolutely crushed when I get there. But getting this little bit of practice, also getting 4 engine rooms worth towards our, what is that thing called? Towards our chest is going to be helpful. I don't have high hopes for going 4 engine rooms with rifles, but like I said, you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, and that is exactly what we are gonna do here. I clicked that button way too early. Like, that was crazy early. But thankfully, we've got that final med kit there that is going to power us on through the majority of this stuff. It's gonna be slow, but at the very least, we managed to get all of the engine rooms. No flares is going to be a huge issue going forward at the 4 engine room level, at the 5 engine room level. Yeah, see that 319, almost guaranteed to be a warrior player. I doubt that, yeah, at the 4 engine room level, not many people are going to have heavies yet, so it's going to be all about warriors. Sending 3 boats to the right, sending 3 boats to the middle, and then 2 boats to that left-hand side. So very well done. I love, and I saw Bald Quokka, I can't say the word, who was doing the 3-pronged attack as well. Love to see it, except for when it's against my base. So there's your answer if you're looking for a warrior hit of how to beat my base. Generally speaking, with warriors, it's all about figuring out the split, whether it's sending 6 boats to the right or 5 boats to the right and ground flares. I'll go back and have a look at that hit in a second, but almost guaranteed that player used ground flares. Only 30% building health. Building health, less of a concern than building damage at the moment, and unfortunately I have building health, so that doesn't really help me all that much. We are going to send that boat right. You know what? I'm sending all the boats. We're sending all the boats up into all of this. We're just going to walk through all of this stuff slowly but surely. Again, not hitting that button quite yet. As soon as those mortars are about to land, right about now, we're going to use that iron will. I have seen way too many people using Iron Will way too early. You don't need to use it nearly as early as people have been doing. People have been moving their key defenses, their flamethrowers, their mortars towards the back because people are pounding that Iron Will button against machine guns and sniper towers and cannons. Not something you need to be doing. Oh man, this is an awful hit. Like, we're not going to get 1 engine room. So my gut says to cut this out of the equation, leave this out of the video, but we're going to leave it in because these hits are happening all of the time. Sometimes you misjudge the angles and bad things happen. So I'm going to show you that almost guaranteed. Let's have a look here. This person, there's going to be a building. Yeah, see that? Look at that ground flare. You see how many mines they missed by using that ground flare? So even though I am using rifles, do get those ground flares rocking and rolling, especially on that back right engine room. I really wish that that back square was one tile smaller so people couldn't use those ground flares. The other thing is throwing that ground flare right about there gets brick out of the way if you're sending brick back there. So no, I'm not using warriors on any of my accounts. Yes, I wish I was, just not an option at this tech tree. The other option for me was to go back and get flares and max my warriors, but I just don't think that's the answer for me. Again, you see this one? There's no point using Iron Will towards the shore. All single shot defenses, no mortars, no flamethrowers. They are just banking on people wasting their gunboat energy early on. So we are gonna, yes, we'll throw some critters. We're gonna throw some critters about here to distract those mortars. We're gonna use a medkit, but we're just gonna hold our Iron Will. There's no use for Iron Will quite yet. And as those mortar balls start to come towards our troops, we'll throw those puppies out there, getting in and amongst the things slowly but surely. And then as soon as that flamethrower comes back, we're going to have our next Iron Will ready. We're going to be able to walk through this base almost certainly as we get into the more valuable, more dangerous defenses. We're hopefully going to have enough GBE for one more Iron Will in about now. Getting onto those final flamethrowers. And my goodness, I can understand why some of you are grumpy in the comments down below, because this season is so tough. Like walking through with brick and rifles, you can do it, but bases are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger at the 3 engine room level. So that's why I'm going to jump to 4. You can see here, this is not sustainable. I either need to backfill, and that's why I said in my video yesterday, holding tokens, not a good idea. I either need to backfill and get flares and possibly building damage, or I need to go on forwards, and going forwards for me at the moment on this account is the only way to go. It's going to open things up a bit, fewer defenses. Yes, we'll be a little bit slower and probably not win a heck of a lot until we get into that Doom Cannon, but we've got enough space to be collecting in iron. As long as you're collecting in iron right now, you're doing okay. If you're down here in stone, put a little push in, get into iron. I have full faith in you. Get rocking and rolling. We're going to get this right here. Oh, this is such a difficult choice. Heavy rushing is right there, and we're going to need heavies later on for those heavy choppas probably. So everyone's probably going to come back and get heavies. That's why on my account with Kavan, it feels good to have a different hero, but I really wish that I didn't do that, because I could have been doing heavy rushing or warrior rushing. No one wants to see the Kavan second wind hits. Yeah, just let's push the button before I can hold myself back. Now we're going to pick up all of this stuff. And when I come back, all the things are going to be built and you won't even know I'm gone. And out of the clouds we come, bringing out that new base. Now this base is a bad copy, a poor imitation of Alpha Shark. Alpha Shark has those extra machine guns, which I clearly don't have by those gaping voids in my deck. Oh man, I am not looking forward to this. I think I'm going to get absolutely crushed. I think I'm going to go into hiding after, you know what, let's just double check here. Realistically, I probably should be holding for 8 minutes so that I can get that chest. Wasting engine rooms right now, probably not a great idea, but I've got a big cushion in 14. Obviously, I can fall all the way down to 11 and still collect in iron, so not a huge concern at the moment. And sure enough, we've got one of these hugely busy bases with lots and lots of mines. This one with warriors would be an absolute joke. Ground flare there. You're going to run a bunch of your troops up there. As the smoke clears, you throw a critter there. Then you're going to jump over to there and then send 3 boats up there. Like, ugh, all I can see now is warrior hits. That is all that is going through my mind, which is not super duper great. So we're going to save at least 1 boat of rifles. We're going to save 2 boats just to try something a little bit different. We're going to try to make that flamethrower turn like we talked about. Then we're going to slowly pump another boat in on that right-hand side. I don't think that this strategy is a great idea. Sending our troops in bit by stinking little bit on this tech layout doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense, I don't think. So we will not be doing that again. But on the plus side, so far so good. Our troops are making decent progress, but as you can see there, our base is so spread out at the 4 engine room level that we really can't expect our troops to be able to do anything quickly. So not only are we about to lose, we're going to only get 1 engine room, which is going to be double sadness. This lack of flares thing, this lack of warriors thing, really struggling at the moment in my brain. So I'm glad you guys are here, but I'm also really wish I could just put the phone down and carry on without this mess. So I guess this is the best example of a video where it is do as I say, not as I do. Just generally not a good decision at the moment. Going for yesterday was a good idea. Not sure it's a great idea at the moment. This person, though, all offense, no building defense, which is going to be fantastic. This is, if I don't walk through this, I'm putting the phone down, and we are going to come back in 8 minutes or 6 minutes or whatever the heck it is. Just absolutely should be a gimme. But the problem is they're probably going to be fast as well, so going to be very interesting to see just how this goes as we get into 3 of their flamethrowers all at the same time. Would love to be able to throw a critter onto that set of 6 mines. At the moment we just don't have the GBE for it quite yet. There we go, cruising on through. Like I said, no building damage, no building health should be a gimme for you, but my goodness, the gimmies that I've missed this season are far, I was going to say the opposite of few and far between, but my brain got too far ahead. I'm impressed that Ilyan managed to get this high without building health or building damage, and now it's just a matter of a race against time. I assume we're going to lose, because like I said, that spread out mess there, without those extra defenses, you just need to be fast. Oh man, I will take that all day. So that is just show you, defense is great at the 3 engine room level, but at 4, it's just so spread out that they just walked through the base. We got a lucky cherry pick win there, but my goodness. Okay, we'll do one more hit just to get a better sampling of how this is going to go. The fact that we're not getting 4s is not a great thing. If we were using warriors right now, we would be faster than people because they have to spread out all over the place. The fact that I'm using rifles just putting me at a huge disadvantage, but that Doom Cannon is on the horizon. Hopefully we can get into that somewhat quickly. Again, scouting is so important this season. I don't recall a season where scouting was so darn important. They don't have building damage, so we should be able to walk through it. On this left-hand side over here, do consider sending your troops from this direction. It avoids all sorts of mines, and their bases are not set up to defend against it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send 5 boats over here with our good friend Brick, of course, and then we're going to send the rest of our boats over in this direction. I don't know why people aren't attacking in that sort of order. As that mortar's about to land, we'll get that next iron will out, medkits, and then again, same thing, clearing the mines with those beautiful, beautiful critters, and then medkits, and we should be decently able to clear this. Man, that left-hand side is going to be the crux, or the whatever the heck the word I'm looking for at the moment that doesn't, words have been coming to mind fewer and fewer and less, and brain struggles definitely becoming a problem this season. I'm not sure if it's the fact that we're at that awful time change. I hate daylight savings time. I can't wait for it to be a thing of the past. Like I talked about it at the start, anytime you see your troops walking back, doing that walk of shame to the other engine room, it is so incredibly frustrating. We're going to get Brick to stay alive. We're going to get that med kit. Is this smoke a good idea? Probably not, but as you saw there, we threw it early enough that it really didn't affect our time. Might have added 1 second, maybe 2, and down goes the base. Maybe we're going to win? Oh man. Winning. So all of my trepidation, all of my anxiety about going 4 engine rooms, maybe it was for naught. Still be able to hold on to 14. Maybe I'm just a big drama queen. I don't know. Regardless, let's have a look and see what Vergy had to do. I'm going to guess they came in with, nope, all rifles. You see that drop right there? I talked about that. Don't ever do this drop, please. That drop right there, where there's 8 flags on top of one another, all you had to do for that, like literally drop 1 boat over here and then drop the other 7, 8 right there. That way the mortar shoots at your 1 boat instead of at 9 boats. Like, please, my friends, you don't have to be able to do these high, fancy, highfalutin attacks. Just doing simple little things will get you so much farther in this game. And now watch this minefield. Oh, there we go. Good critter, good critter. How did you, oh, they wrapped around a little bit and just ended up getting crushed. So that is where dropping all of your troops on one side definitely doesn't go to your advantage. So hopefully I gave you guys some knowledge bombs here. I think they were more like knowledge cupcakes this today, but do consider subscribing. I've got all sorts of good, more interesting, exciting things to come for the season. Otherwise, do give that a thumbs up, a like, a share, all of that sort of stuff if there was good stuff in here. And if it sucked because you hated to watch me lose constantly, do give it a thumbs down, but let me know how you think I can improve, besides just saying get good. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.